So for people who couldn't turn up today to see the speech, I looked at some of the ways in which we share content online. So a couple of things: we share social content that reflects our values, that help us to affiliate to reduce stress when we're feeling anxious. And the way that platforms are designed are to release little dopamine hits so that we spend more time on them, so we end up in these loops of behavior. So those are just a few of the key things that we discussed today. You can end up in addictive patterns of behavior. So for instance, if something's getting in the way of you sleeping or in the way of you socializing with your friends because you're feeling the urge to get this hit, this reward, then I would say that that's probably sort of shifting towards addiction. I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's comparable to drug taking, but it does change the way in which we interact with our devices and with other people. So it can be dangerous in that sense, if you can call it that. So when it comes to kids and social media, my hope is that kids will be educated into how best to use social media so it doesn't detract from the things that they actually want to do, like hanging out with their mates or spending time doing tasks that they enjoy that are more meaningful. But I think there has to be a cultural shift and a role of education to educate people as to why it's addictive, what it's good for, what it's not, and how not to engage in the behaviors that end up in damaging situations like social shaming or sharing too much information that you don't then want to be replicated across the web. So yeah, I'm hopeful. From my perspective, there are two fantastic things about social media that I personally love. The first is the rapidity with which one can share information. So if there's something happening, if there's something exciting to venerate, or there's something disastrous that happens, we can congregate around hashtags and then help people where we need to help people or take part in a social experience or a cultural experience. The other thing that I also like about social is that it enables us to contact with people and then meet offline, like actually have a relationship with someone that shares interesting views or whatever. So those two things I would say are my favorite things.